Okay, so you're gonna be on the ground, you're gonna let your knees fall together, you're gonna take your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly, and then just allow yourself to get heavy for a second. I want to explore some concepts of love today because love is the greatest power, and you're likely tuning in so that you can glean some power. So let's get the best one, right? Take a big breath in through your nose. And then exhale, just soften, just get heavy. Then think about reaching your tail forward towards your heels, softening through the shoulders, getting longer through the neck, and then breathe in again. And then as you exhale, imagine the bottom of your ribs, your front ribs, melting down towards the earth just a little bit. They're toning in towards the floor. And then send all your breath to your low belly. Keep your ribs toned in and then let your belly expand and be wide and soft. And then exhale, feel your belly soften down towards the earth, keeping the ribs slightly toned in. Take another big breath all the way down to your pubic bone and your sacrum, your low back. Breathe in wide through the side waists as well. Then let your breath come up to your heart and let your rib cage expand 360 degrees. And then let everything shrink. Good. Do that again. Take a big inhale. Let everything widen. And then feel your belly lift first. And then your ribs. And then maybe even imagine that your head was filling up with air. Your brow softens. The back of your head widens. Your temples widen, your ears widen. And then you exhale and get centered. Find your last breath like this. Remember how important it is to get centered, to work from the inside out, to get to the root first. And the root of you is your breath, no matter what. So see if you can tune into that and make it a really important thing. Sip in a little bit more air if you're still breathing in. Hold it. Let it go. Okay, and then from here, you're really slowly just going to reach your arms overhead, and then let your legs reach out long, and then just kind of writhe around like you just woke up. And then after you've writhed around a little bit, you're going to hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And remember that this practice is about finding love. So keep that in the forefront of your mind as you explore these shapes. Okay, you're going to start to rock forward and backwards a little bit. Massage your spine out. And then after a couple of rocks, you're going to sit all the way up. Cross legs. You'll take your hands to your knees, and then you'll take an inhale and you'll lift your heart up and forward towards the top of wherever you are. And then as you exhale, think about your heart going back and down to the back of your space. Good. You're really focused on the breath, yeah, because a focus becomes an experience. So inhale and look forward. Exhale back and down. One more really slow, key into the sensations underneath your pelvis. So roll forward under your butt bones, lift your heart up and forward, make some space. And then exhale, roll back and down, hollow out. Good, you'll reach your arms up high towards the sky. Hook your thumbs like this, and then pull the thumbs apart, spreading the fingers wide. Then think about your heart moving up and forward. Then think about your pubic bone, or the very base of your pelvis on the front side, moving up and forward after it. You find a little bit of volume here. And one more big breath. And then exhale, release your arms and twist to the right. Right arm behind the back, left hand to the right knee. You'll twist and look over your right shoulder. Now close your eyes, and then think about the middle of your back, yeah? Think about sending it up and forward. And then revolve around your spine. Send your left shoulder blade to your right chest muscle. Yeah, and then get wide through the chest. And then twist a little more. And one more big breath. If you want to drop your left ear to your left shoulder, give a little neck stretch as well. Feel free. Thanks. Reach your right arm up and overhead. Give yourself a hug, and then squeeze into yourself. Stay here for a whole round of breath, and then see if you can lean into the idea that you are worthy of love and acceptance, no matter what state of being you're in, even if you're being a real asshole. Because hurt people, right? So like, people who are hurting people usually need some love. Anyway, inhale, reach your arms up high. And then twist the other way, left arm behind the back, right hand to the left knee. Squeeze your hips together so you can turn your belly and your chest and make it really long about it. Think about your left shoulder head rolling back and down to your right hip. And then get even taller. Find one more big breath. Really revolve around yourself. Twist through your belly. Open your chest the whole time. Cool, and then you'll reach your left arm up and overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, you give yourself a hug round. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. And then you could crawl over your legs like this. Come to all fours. Or you can just whip your legs around and then come up to all fours like this. Okay, take your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders and then press into your fingertips pretty hard. And then move your heart up and forward as you send your tail backwards. Make it really wide. Pull your right and left sides apart. And then exhale, drive your fingertips and your palms and your toes into the earth as you round your back. So this is a cow pose as you drop your belly and look forward, sticking your butt up and back. This is a cat pose as you round your back, squeezing in. Find a couple more rounds of these, get really slow about it, get really wide. And then start to notice the details of your weight, yeah? So where does the weight lie on your hands? Is it mostly on the palm? Is it mostly on one side of the hand? Is it on the fingers at all? Can you share equally throughout the hand so that the entirety of the arm lights up? Then maybe you start to bend your elbows backwards and continue this motion with your elbows pointing back towards your thighs. So you're activating your serratus muscle, or the outside here by the armpit. And then round. One more, big inhale. Good, exhale, round yourself out. Okay, find a neutral spine. Walk your left shin in a little bit, and then reach your right leg back behind you in space. Good, bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. And then flip your right hand upside down so the palm is facing the ceiling. Then start to lunge forward and see if you can straighten both arms and move your heart forward. And then kind of rock back and forth, but stay lifted and toned through the low belly so you're not dumping into your legs or your wrists. All right, now switch hands. Right hand down, left hand flips, and then start to come forward. And just explore with your hips and find your breath really slow and controlled, yeah? As much of a long and wide sensation in the breath as you can as you explore power through your physical body, yeah? Power on your inhale, peace on your exhale, maybe. Okay, flip your left hand around so it's in the normal shape. And then from here, tuck your left toes, pick up your left knee, and then move your heart up and forward, get as long as possible into a high lizard lunge. And then from here, really slowly, start to step your right foot back to your left foot and find a plank pose. Lower down to your knees. Bend your elbows backwards and then squeeze your armpits, or the outer edges of the armpits, in towards the center line. And keeping your heart as wide as possible, lower down to your chest. And then slide forward. From here, squeeze your shoulder blades together, point your toes back, lift up and forward. And then lower down to your forehead. Do it again. Find a big inhale, hug your elbows together, reach your toes and your heels back, lift up. And then lower. One more time, big inhale. Soft descent as you exhale. Alrighty, this time you'll lift up, and then you'll press into your hands and push your butt backwards towards your heels, and rest of the child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. If you want to roll out your wrists, you can do that. And then see if you can just return to a neutral state, right? An observational state. Because a lot of this practice is shifting the shape of your mind just as much as it is shifting the shape of your body, right? You want to return to a place of power that is peaceful. So you're in control of your body and hopefully where your thoughts go. And you're able to observe it and not like strain about it, just more so be in flow about it, be in focus about it. Okay, come up to all fours. Lift your left leg back behind you. Bring it in. Left knee to the left upper arm as you exhale. Slowly step your left foot outside of your left hand. Flip your left hand upside down and then start to lunge forward. Find a big inhale. And just kind of rock back and forth and explore what it is to bend the elbows back towards your back foot and move the heart up and forward and the belly in. Good. Flip hands. Start to turn on your breath a little bit more vigorously but non-violently. And then just kind of rock side to side. Okay, flip your right hand. Tuck your right toes, pick up your right knee really high. And then start to arc your heart up and forward as you dig your big and small toe mound of the right foot down into the earth, lifting your right knee. And then maybe you step back to a plank pose. Lower down to your knees, broaden your heart, and then lower down to your chest. Slide forward, find a big inhale. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, find a downward facing dog. Bend your knees a little bit if you feel tight, and then bring your attention to your hands. See if you can press into your fingertips just as much as the heels of the hands, and then reach the heels down. Good, then slowly start to walk your feet up towards your hands. And then you'll find a forward fold near the top of your mat. Release your neck, and then get really soft. See if you can bend your knees a little bit, share weight between the front and the back of the feet, and then slowly send your butt bones down to the center of your heels, tuck your tail, and start to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Keep your chin into your chest the whole time, and then your head will stack last. And keep your eyes closed, open your heart, and then stay still for one breath in mountain pose. Exhale, drop all your thoughts. Take both of your hands to your heart, and then take a big inhale and take the mental mantra, I love myself, and then see how capable you are of one, saying it to yourself, and two, receiving it. Build up your ability to tune in emotionally, to gift yourself love, and to soothe yourself, to empower yourself, right? How do you do that? You tap into the self that is part of everyone else. This breath, this body, it's shared in this world. So once you find your union or communion with other people and your connectivity with them, you draw from that power to bring you into greater states of focus so you can do big poses, or you can find long breaths, or you can create inner peace if you want it. Reach your arms high, big inhale. Forward fold as you exhale over your legs. You're going to step your left leg back into a lunge, and then you can put your left knee down or keep it up. Reach your arms high, find a big inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Step back to a down dog. Same exhale. If we need to breathe again, it's okay. Inhale, come forward to a plank pose. Keep your legs strong. Lift your heart a little bit more than you want to. Fingertips activate. Back to a down dog as you exhale. Then you're going to step your right foot forward and then lift your arms. Find a big inhale. Another high lunge. Step your left foot to the top and then fold over yourself. Reach your arms all the way up and overhead. Big inhale. Fold right back down. Forward fold. Left leg steps back to a lunge. Could go down to the knee or not. Reach your arms high. Begin. Hands down. Feet to the back of the mat. Down dog. Same exhale. Come forward to a plank pose. Maybe it's like a secret little up dog. You arch your back. Down dog as you exhale. Left foot steps forward. You can keep your right knee high or the knee down. Reach up. Step to the top and fold. All the way up and over. Big inhale. Slowly bend your knees, sink your butt as low as you can, chair pose. Now find some weight forward and backwards to the balls and the heels of the feet. And then allow your knees to fall right and left and come to the left side of the feet, right side of the feet. And just wake up through the ankles and the knees and the hips a little more. Sink your butt lower, pick up your heart higher. Shake your ass a little more. Reach your arms high, lean back. Forward fold as you exhale. Left leg steps back to a lunge, big inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Come forward to a plank pose, big inhale. Lower down to a child's pose, knees down to the earth, butt to your heels. Take a big breath in. And then go back to that sensation of love as you exhale and find the grace and the ease of it all. And one more big breath. Feel the power that is love, right? You act in love, it's hard to touch that. And then feel the grace that is love as you exhale. Feel the care, the tenderness. And remember, it's all in you. Okay, come forward. Stand on your knees. Reach your arms all the way up and overhead. Maybe hook those thumbs again, pull them apart, and then lean back. Think about your pubic bone going up and forward in an arc line. Think about your butt bones and your tailbone going straight down, and then coming up and over a barrel with your heart. And then release your hands, take them to your low back, and then press your pelvis forward so it's right over your knees. Squeeze your inner thighs together, press your feet down, and then spread your heart wide as you hug your elbows together. Close your eyes and stay here for 3 more breaths. And then think about any grief that may have accumulated on your heart. And then allow your breath to be the medicine for said grief. Breathe really slow, really tender, but also really powerful. Last breath, maybe you reach the crown of your head towards the back of your mat. Get long through the back of the neck, open wide through the heart. Slowly come up to neutral. Stay for a breath. Slowly sit down on your heels. Side saddle your hips one way. Send your legs forward. Ooh, yeah. Nice work, friends. Okay, and then just kind of walk your feet backwards. Take your right hand behind you, lift your left arm up. And then just take your left hand to your right knee, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then twist. Now think about going up and to the right with your left chest muscle. And then back and down into the left with your right shoulder head, so towards your left hip. Good, and then reach both arms high. And switch, left arm behind the back, right hand, left knee. Take the hand, and then use the force of your right arm pressing against your stable left leg. Find some torsion in the torso, and then rotate. And then broaden through both upper chest muscles. Get long through the mid-back, and then turn through the belly and the chest as the hips stay stable. Now breathe into where you're wrung out. One more big one. For love, twist. Alright, reach your arms up high. Send your legs out in front of you. Keep your knees bent a little bit, and then see if you can roll forward on your butt bones. Reach your butt bones back and down, your pubic bone up and forward as long as you can. And then you're going to fold over yourself. Grab the pinky toe edges of your feet, peel them back towards your head, and then start to fold over your legs. Maybe your knees fit in your armpit and your head fits in between your knees. And gently return to that conscious breath. Allow your low belly and your low back and your side waists to take up space. And then return to that feeling of love. Imagine leaning into acceptance, complete and utter acceptance as you are. Not as a means of spiritual bypassing, but as a reminder of the power of unconditional love that the universe serves us by granting us life. Find your last breath. And then slowly start to roll up. And then softly use your arms to help yourself down. Lay on your back. And then do the hardest thing there is to do. Absolutely nothing. See if you can start to soften your breath. And then let go of that conscious attention / control of it. And then instead, just lean into a focus of something a little bit more otherworldly, yeah? Something a little bit more than your thoughts and your body. An infinite type of energy, right? Like this planet or outer space or a great mystery that we don't really comprehend. Tapping into that bit of you that belongs to that. And letting all of the other stuff just kind of fall by the wayside. If you find it hard to tune into that space, sometimes I feel you can just access it by listening. So see if you can tune into the sound of the bowl and let everything else go by the wayside. This is your attention point. Soft breath out. Another really slow breath in. Tell yourself you love yourself and actually believe it. And release any doubt about it. Know that this planet loves you too. Keeps giving you life and keeps supporting you every step. Reach your arms overhead, reach your legs long, stretch yourself out. And then in your own time, make your way to a seat. Find your hands in prayer. Sit up really tall. Close your eyes. And then just find one moment to really lean into this idea of our interconnectivity. To really remember that your family and your friends and even these strangers have a very shared experience with you. And you share the same sphere. You're not separate. You're in this dome together. So honor that with a big breath in. And then a bowing of your chin to your chest and your third eye towards mine and everyone else's. We're not separate. Namaste. Thanks for playing with me.